Alright guys, welcome back. We'll get started here in a second or two. This will be a short 30-minute chat or so. I'm actually running this off an external hard drive. The latest Ubuntu. I've had good luck with Ubuntu-based systems and just not installing them and running them off a USB stick or external hard drive. So why not do this one this evening from Ubuntu? Of course, Ubuntu, one of the more famous, perhaps the most famous of all the Linux-based systems around the world. There are many types, many flavors, many Ubuntu-based systems out there, of course. I'm sure I'll miss some of you, so those of you who watch this on the replay, sorry that I missed you. But this will just be an informal chat. No plans for this evening. It's been a long day, so I think there's a couple of football games on tonight, so I may watch one or two. Let me mute my cell phone here. Give me a second. All right, I think we are good to go. If there's anybody new out there, please do stop by, say hello. Alright, so some of you have asked about Windows 10 or Windows 11 and Linux and Ubuntu. Windows 11 has been a very pleasant surprise this year, to say the least. It's one of my top 10, top 5 stories when it comes to technology. So we're going to take just a quick look here at Ubuntu. Again, I am running this off a live USB. Normally you probably wouldn't do this at least regularly. Streaming live from a USB, because certain things can go wrong. However, I have faith in this, so we'll see what happens. If something craps out, well, then you'll know why, and I guess I'll catch you on the next one. But I think we're good here, so let's go ahead and transition here. Of course, I'm running Obs Studio, great program for both Linux and Windows. This is the Ubuntu desktop. Nice, peaceful wallpaper there. Everything looks good. Looks like we're in the green, so I'll take it. All right, let's first of all, let's take a look at the weather. And 34 degrees, and yeah. Looks like it's going to rain on New Year's Eve. I was kind of hoping for snow. I guess it will not be a white Christmas. Oh well. C'est la vie. Such is life. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the system monitor. And really, with everything that's running here, it's using about 2.8 gigs of memory from 16 gigs. Not bad. CPU usage across the board here is actually not bad, considering this is not a full install. So yeah, about 3 gigs of RAM usage, and CPU is rather light, so not bad. Running this off a live USB. If you have played with Ubuntu before, this should come as no surprise. The GNOME desktop. It's currently not my favorite desktop environment, but it does work. And Ubuntu really over the years has released, for the most part, stable, trouble-free systems for the most part. Of course, nothing is perfect, but I think with this here, I think they've done a pretty good job as far as a stable system goes. And as most of you know, I look at the 3 S's for Linux. Number 1 is stability. It has to be stable. If it's not stable, who cares, right? Number 2 is speed. Of course, you want it to be stable and fast. And that was number 2. And number 3 would be special looks. So stability, speed, and special looks. And I guess you can say Ubuntu is part of that, depending on your system. Now, Ubuntu is not one of the lighter weight Linux-based systems. If we, yeah, I would probably, if I was going to choose something, I would, something light. I would probably go with Lubuntu. Of course, my favorite is Ubuntu Mate. Kubuntu with Plasma, the desktop has gotten lighter. Xubuntu with XFCE, I think, is terrific. Of course, there are other Linux-based systems out there. Some Arch-based systems are fairly light. Linux Lite is good too, but my favorite desktop would have to be Ubuntu Mate. In terms of desktop environment, Mate, and I'm sticking with Ubuntu Mate. Linux Mint is also excellent for beginners. I noticed in this there wasn't too many backgrounds, so I'll just keep this the way it is for now. But yeah, all things considered, I'll keep this up here just for a few seconds more, but this really isn't bad. Yeah, about 3 gigs and running smoothly off an external hard drive, and it's not even a USB, not an SSD, like an old hard drive from an old Toshiba satellite laptop that still works after 10, 12 years. I'm impressed that Ubuntu runs smoothly on it, but hence the potential power of Linux-based systems, right? So I was considering some of the top stories for the year, top tech stories. Windows 11 has to be in there. The fact that Linux is 30 years old this year. Thank you, Linus Torvalds. LTT, a famous personality on YouTube trying Linux for the first time to install. Did not go well, as to be expected. He should have just bought a Chromebook and say, hey, let's see what this, let's see what a Linux-powered Chromebook can do. And he would have had much, much better luck, in my opinion. But at least he tried. Oh well. One reason why we need a global standard Linux desktop to avoid all these potential problems. Just a personal observation. Wow, this is really smooth. Yeah. Yeah, not bad at all. Very nice. All right, looking good. Let's take a look at some of the flavors real quick. Guess I can minimize that. Yeah, so if you're looking for something that looks modern and lots of splash, I guess, you want to take a look at Ubuntu. You want lighter, definitely Ubuntu. I mean, extremely light. Ubuntu Budgie is something that's fairly new. I've only played with this once. It seems okay. Ubuntu Kylin, well, this is, as it says here, it's tuned to the needs of Chinese users. So, yeah. My favorite is Ubuntu Mate. Ubuntu Studio is a multimedia content creation flavor of Ubuntu. It has everything you need if you are into video and audio. I'm more the video side, not so much the audio, except for podcasting. So that's why I have not installed Ubuntu Studio. If I was into both the audio and video, this might have been the one for me. But I was happy with Ubuntu Mate and just downloading what I need. And I mentioned Ubuntu, an elegant and easy to use operating system. Ubuntu comes with XFCE, a lightweight desktop environment. Zorn OS 16 is also a very nice XFCE based desktop environment. Super light and fast. I got that running as a dual boot with Windows 11, and yeah, Ubuntu or XFCE is definitely fast. All right, looks like we're still in the green here. Very good. So let's transition. Let's see. Here's in the Total OS house. Linux Bytes is in the house. That's BYTES, not Linux BITES, like Linux sucks, Linux Bytes. Just want to be clear on that. Linux Bytes, it's one word. Hello, Linux Bytes. Fern OS, another terrific operating system. Fern OS, Dominic is in the house. Benjamin, how are you? Yeah, we'll probably chat Christmas Eve, so those of you who support the channel, check your emails. You might get an invite. Lamer, how are you? Dominic Fernos says, never forget the Steam Deck. Hey, I use the Steam Deck every morning after I wake up, after a good meal, so I never ever forget the Steam Deck. Ba-da-bum-bum. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Well, let's see here. Pop should be the only distro. Well, Pop isn't bad either. If you like GNOME, Pop isn't bad. Yeah. Either things going down in 2022. I think Linux is, for the most part, is going to be okay. Look, as long as we have, what's the word, prognosticators like myself or promoters like myself who say, look, at least give Linux a try in spite of getting in the way of itself. We really need a standard, a global standard for Linux besides Chromebooks. As long as there are people like me, still Windows users, who are telling Windows users you need to try Linux, I think Linux will be fine for the most part. So yeah, color scheme on my system here. Yeah, it's as far as looks go, I'm not into the special looks that much. Yeah, so as far as that goes, let me go ahead and why don't we do this? Let me transition here, those of you who are watching this live. So you can see here it's 3 gigs of memory. Still not bad, considering I'm running this off a 12-year-old external laptop hard disk drive. Hence the power of Linux. So yeah, I mean, this is what you see is what you get. Now, I didn't, resolution here is HD and not a 4K, but yeah, it's running smooth. So hello, Present Arms Linux. How are you this evening? Before I forget, happy holidays to all of you. Wishing you and your family all the best. Jimmy Silvaroli. Well, sir, that sounds Italian, like me. Are you Italian, Jimmy? Welcome to the chat. Happy holidays to you and yours. Great to have you here. I do these live streams at different times. I know there are many of you, potentially hundreds of you, who never get a chance to stop in and say hello. So that's why I do these live shows at different times, when I have time, when I'm not doing something with my family, my son, or whatever, So I think, Jimmy, is this your first time on a live show? I can't remember. If it is, welcome. Everybody say hello to Jimmy. Make him feel welcome. I know there's a slight delay here between me talking and the live chat, so, but Jimmy says I'm very Italian. He should have said duh, toss. I know. Jimmy, this joke is for you. It's an Italian joke. Jimmy, are you ready? Jimmy, buddy, there is a new Italian COVID vaccine. But it's a suppository. It's called innuendo. Jimmy will know what I mean because the way Italians butcher the words. Anyway, I thought I would share that. The singer Slim Man told me that joke, and it's freaking hilarious. Anyway. Yeah, Dominic, happy holidays. Yep. Let's see, what's the other Christmas joke I heard? Well, this isn't really a Christmas joke, but what did the turkey say to the turkey hunter? Quack, quack. So, Jimmy, you like that joke? I figured you would, yeah. Hey, you gotta take an innuendo for the virus. Hey, what's the matter with you? Innuendo. Anyway, I digress, but welcome aboard, Jimmy. So yeah, this weekend I really don't have anything planned. I mean, I wish the weather was nicer. I wish it was going to snow Christmas Eve and Christmas Day would be nice, but yeah, not really much planned. If the weather is dry enough, I'll probably go for a walk and get some exercise, If it was warm enough, I would ride my Schwinn bicycle. But I think it's going to rain. Didn't I see rain? Let me go back to the weather report. Yeah, looks like Friday and Saturday, cloudy and then rain. Warm, wow. 48 degrees Friday, Christmas Day, 54 and rain. Aww. Anyway. So Jimmy, are you a Linux user, or have you tried Linux, if I may ask? Present Arm says you obviously missed something. I don't know. What did you miss? Well, somebody mentioned the Steam Deck. When is that sucker coming out? Right? Did somebody mention it? Yeah. I don't know. Wasn't it supposed to be out by this Christmas? Yeah. Oh, Jimmy, you are using Ubuntu. Like standard Ubuntu? Or a flavor of Ubuntu? Cool. Yeah, look, Ubuntu is stable. I just don't think this type of desktop environment is for newbies. But it does work. It looks cool. It's something to play around with. I click the activities button here, those of you who are watching this. So yeah, it works. So yeah. Jimmy, how long have you been running Ubuntu? Present Arm says PC Linux OS. You know what? I did a long-term test of that in a older ThinkPad PC Linux OS. I think it was the Mate version for about a year, and it was super stable. Super stable. Not quite as famous. Not quite as famous as the rest of Linux systems, and I think PC Linux OS is based in Texas, right? Right? Yeah, I think it's Texas. Yeah. By the way, you've been using it for a bunch of years now, Jimmy? Okay, cool. Yes, we all like things stable versus horse stable, as I used to say, or horse doo-doo, horse stable. Get it? Stable versus horse stable. Yeah. It is Texas, yeah. Yeah, RAM usage now is creeped up just to a little bit above 3 gigs of RAM. That's about the same as Windows 11, if I remember. Yeah, so when I say that Windows 11 is fast compared to some Linux, it's fast compared to systems based on GNOME, But in terms of overall Linux, I will not say that Windows 11 is faster than all of Linux. No, of course not. But it's Windows 11. I have to give Microsoft credit. They've done a very good job with Windows 11. It's fast and it works. So yeah. Yeah, Jimmy, I started off with Ubuntu back in 06. From there, I gotta think. Now I went to Linux Mint, Zorin, back to Ubuntu, and then the last time I used Ubuntu regularly was 2016. After that, they dropped Unity, officially went to GNOME, and that's when I went back to, Linux Mint, Mate, Ubuntu Mate. But I settled on Ubuntu Mate. But Linux Mint really does not that much of a difference. I just like the lighter weight Mate desktop, Jimmy. But yeah, as far as Ubuntu itself, it's definitely stable, as you see here. So yeah. Jimmy, is that your main system, Ubuntu, or do you like dual boot, or do you use a Chromebook, or do you mess with a Mac or anything? I love the Chromebooks. They're absolutely fantastic. Fast, secure, zero maintenance, nothing to really, tweak or tune up. Awesome Linux-powered systems. And that's why they sell a bunch of them. Excuse me. Hello, Yugi. How are you? Yeah, Unity was good. Just when I got settled in with Ubuntu Unity, they dropped it, and it was very disappointing. I understand why Canonical did it, but yeah, GNOME is just not for me, at least not for every day. It's nice to play with, but it's not for me to use every day. And one of the reasons why, if you start installing tweaks or extensions, you might break the system, or some of the tweaks may not work, and it's kind of an annoyance, so I kind of gave up. But to play with it like this and test it, sure, why not? Happy holidays to you, Yugi. The music is from my dad, from his music vault in Italy. He's been stuck there the last 2 years with the virus and everything going on. He has some health issues. Thankfully, he's okay. But the last time I saw him was summer of 2019. Kind of sucks. I said, Dad, why don't you just go into your music vault and send me some songs? And talented singer, so that's what I'm playing in the background if you can hear it. If you're interested in some of the tunes, if you look below in the show notes, I set up a web page for him if you'd like to check out some of the songs and download some of the songs. Mainly love songs. I think that was, let's start at the beginning here. All right. Symphony of Love, written by my dad, sung by a friend of his from Italia called Dario Elo. He's on Facebook, by the way. If you want to check him out, Jimmy. I don't know if you speak Italian, but he's on Facebook. I think he's on YouTube also. Anyway, thank you, Dad, for the beautiful Italian tunes. Ah, you like Mint and Fedora. Cool. Yeah, I also like Mint. I have Mint installed on actually two of my older ThinkPads. The 32-bit versions. I have, what do I have? Mint Mate and the XFCE, or is it Debian version? Yeah, I can't remember. If we buy the music, do we get tossed singing to... Oh man, I tell you what. Considering it's Christmas, if you buy some of my dad's tunes for $1 or more, I will tell my dad. It'll make him feel better, and maybe I will sing. I will translate the tunes in English. How does that sound? If you guys really want to hear that. Not a singer. I have more of a podcast voice than a musical voice. Yeah, I'll leave the singing to my friend Stephanie and Slim Man and my friend Rose, who's back in Florida. I like doing Elvis. I'll have a blue, blue Christmas without you. Anyway. Yeah, Linux Mint was my second Linux system, Jimmy, after Ubuntu back in 06. Still like Mint. Very stable, solid team, and not just their OSs, so yeah. Symphony of Love. Anyway. How about Arnold? Ah, Linux Bytes. This is Arnold. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And good luck terminating Ubuntu. Arnold should do one more Terminator. It's good to be here. What's up, Toss? Yeah, I did hear 1604, 1804. I'm going to get extended support. I understand 1604. That was the last Unity. 1804. I don't know why, but yes, I heard about that.
Well, because Ubuntu is fantastic. Don't forget to support the channel. Be generous this Christmas, or Toss will terminate you.
That really hurts my throat if I keep doing that. Seriously, I love doing it, but man,
I feel like I'm choking myself.
Anyway. The things we do for laughs. Remember, it's all about the laughs, right? And the love. Especially this holiday season. So what did the Christmas candle say to the other Christmas candle? I'm going out tonight. Thank you, Linux Bites. Yeah, I do a fairly good Arnold, yeah. It just hurts my throat if I keep doing it, so.
But it is good to be here with all of you, and I will not terminate you all.
Let me go to, I like this song. From my dad. Da 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 da. Crank it up a little bit. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. 2204 is going to be awesome? Probably will, yeah. Como si bella tu. How beautiful you are. See, I'm translating a song now. See, it's Christmas, so I'm in the spirit. If there is anybody new watching, wants to say hello or has a question in between the tunes here, why not stop by and say hello? Ooh. Gotta give my dad credit. 80-some years old, still sending me songs. It's awesome. What is the best feature going to be for 2022, Yugi asks. As of now, man, Zorn's got to be up there. 2 awesome releases, the core system, one of the best GNOME desktop in Zorn, and the light version looks good, Yugi, so yeah, I got to put those up there right now. Present arms, well, mine is the best. The song is a satire of life, making fun of things. And basically he sings, my dad singing, your friends are your friends until you need them. Oh, hey, I'm screwed. That's true, by the way. That's part of the words translated. My dad does have a sense of humor. Anyway, let me turn the music down. Pop OS, Pop is good. I think they're going to create their own distribution based on, what is it, Rust? Yeah. I think they've had enough of GNOME. Yeah. I think. Is this the latest OBS Studio? I think it is, isn't it? Look, the RAM usage here looks good. 27.0.1. I think it is, right? Yeah. So RAM usage still at 3.1. Very good. Yep, smooth as silk. Okay, yeah. Distribution DE based on Rust. I think their current one is called Cosmic. Yes. Yeah, from Pop OS. Yeah. Yeah, they're a company based in Colorado, I believe, that have done well. I heard their customer support is very good, from what I understand. But yeah, good for them. Yeah. It's all about choice, right? Jimmy, do you dual boot or are you strictly Linux, strictly Ubuntu? Just curious. Yep, yet another DE. Yep, why not? I like this wallpaper. It's so peaceful. Yes, choice is good. But not too much choice, right? Too much choice and you go. That's what happened to Linus Tech Tips. Their support is amazing. Papa, yeah. Yeah, from what I heard, they are very good. Yes. And they've been around over a decade now, so they must be doing something right. So, yeah. Just Ubuntu, no dual boot. Okay, cool. Nice. I guess Linux is perfect for you then. Awesome. I use Windows maybe 20% of the time. The rest in Linux is good enough. So yeah. There's a certain game I like to play and it's in Windows. It's called Asphalt Airborne. Or what's it called now? Asphalt Legends. It's like a Need for Speed, Jimmy. So yeah, sometimes I'll play that in Windows and it's, you know, just to chill. So yeah. This is the other weather app, by the way. This is Meteo. M-E-T-E-O. Yeah. Wind speed, pressure. Don't know why I installed. It's just for fun, I guess. You can see Akron, Ohio, Canton, Ohio, New Philadelphia, Zanesville. There's Weirton, West Virginia. There's Pittsburgh. So we got 3 states here. Meteo. Strange name for a weather app, but anyway. Yeah, Ben mentioned the Stormfish. You haven't got a chance to look at it yet. Windows might have asked for, but Linux, we got Super Tux Card. Beat that. Well, as much as I love Super Tux Card, Asphalt kicks major kernels. Yeah. All right, Present Arms. Merry Christmas to you, sir. Where in the world am I? Linux Bytes. I'm in Dean Martin country. Yeah. I am. Well, I'm. There's the Ohio River here. I'm like to the left of the Ohio River. To the right here in the middle is West Virginia, and you keep going, and then there's Pennsylvania. So I cover like 3 states in like 5 to 10 minutes. Yeah, it's kind of unique, but this is where Dean Martin was born. Everybody loves Ubuntu sometime. Everybody falls. You know his songs. When the window hits your eye like a big pizza pie. That's Microsoft. La la la. Anyway, you know Dino, but he was born here. Yep. Yep. I guess this is a cool weather app now that I look at it more. Yeah. Anyway. It was cold this morning in the 20s. Brr. Yeah. All right, I'll stick around for a little bit longer, and then we'll wrap this up for this evening. So if anybody has joined in and wants the chance to say hello, ask a question,
Do it. Don't let me call Arnold. Lol.
You know, one of the most popular videos I've done on the channel, multiple videos, is printing. I guess some of you still have printing in Linux, have problems printing in Linux. I can tell you that HP and Epson printers, in my tests, my experience over the years, seem to work the best. So a quick tip for printing in Linux. And Ubuntu tonight has done very well off an external drive. Very well. All right, Linux Bytes, take care and happy holidays to you and yours. Thank you for stopping by. Anything else before we say goodbye for this evening? Anything on your mind, question, comment? We'll wrap it up. How much did Santa pay for a sleigh? Nothing. It was on the house. Bada bing. Printing is okay in Linux if you have the right printers, Lamer. Yeah, it's critical to get the right printer so the driver is installed immediately. Canon is probably still one of the worst brands for Linux in general, but like I said, my HP, no problem. And I think in Linux Mint the HP drivers are already in there, if I am not mistaken. So it depends on which printer that you get. Yeah, HP and Epson, probably the two best right now. So yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll wrap this up for this evening. I want to thank everybody for stopping by, especially my paisano, Jimmy. Thanks for stopping by. Great to have you here. Printing on any OS printers are always a pain. I've never had a problem printing in Windows. Never had a problem with drivers, ever, ever, ever. Yeah. Don't know about Mac. I don't have a Mac. I'm assuming it's easy, but yeah, it's just Linux. Sometimes it's a hit and miss. But like I said, HP, Epson. Of course, I can print. I can use Canon in Windows. Not a problem. But yeah, I don't really print that much. Especially since ink can be a little bit pricey. Yeah. All right, I think I'm going to catch a football game tonight. I actually have to call a friend of mine in Florida. He sent me a Christmas card, and if I send him one now, he'll get it late. Jimmy, thank you for stopping by. Christmas, great Christmas to you and yours, and hopefully catch you on the next one. So for this one, I'll just say, arrivederci. Ciao.